Talk about when you started feeling like you can use your tool with your voice.
My mother was born in London, had to code switch pretty quickly going to school.
Of course.
I started to understand that every accent, every town has a music to it.
Yeah.
Like East LA has
Yeah,
a music
exactly,
to it,
exactly.
New York has a music to
Yeah.
it, and I think I just related to the different people as if they were songs. Like
That's
each
dope.
city was a song. It had a vibe, had a groove. And I think that's where it connected me to the music of people. And then later when people asked me, can you recreate this character? I would remember people like a song. And I would remember people that was like, baby girl, if ish ain't right, it ain't right. And I would remember that kind of gravelly edginess. And also my mother and my grandmother who had a quite different way of approaching the world. And then I would turn that into Jade from Mortal Kombat. Just the regality.
Yeah.
So each of those songs kind of stayed with me. And I didn't know how many songs I knew.
Did you have any quirky tones and accents?
Well, I remember when I lived in Texas, people was like, girl, just wait, just say that again. Because they were like, I don't have an accent. You have an accent, and they would ask me to speak.
Yeah.
But I loved it. It's like, sure, come on.
Yeah.
And there was that kind of thing that just felt real, gritty. Texas is very different from the rest of the South. It's kind of tough. Sorry, guys. This was when I was younger. Alabama was sweeter. That softer, feminine vibe.
Yeah.
And Tennessee, and then indigenous has a very different ring to it as well. In different indigenous languages, you can hear the environment they grew up in. So like a Plains Indian nation, their language is very different than Comanche, which is like horse. And so they have to speak to each other from distances. And so it is very clear and very like from the diaphragm.
The diaphragm, yeah.
And native language is very less words. There's a lot of telepathic communication. It is more simple. It is not emotional. Brother, it is good to see you. I feel that, brother.
Yeah.
Go on with your story, brother.
Indian country.
It's very listening. The words are maybe 20% of the language.